We are streaming.
Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, there was some hanky-panky with some giant apes.
There was no such hanky-panky.
There was one-sided hanky-panky with with a giant ape. Luckily, Elias and the gang were able to escape the giant ape's loving clutches, and you ended up in a little Batiri village called Yelyark, where you found. You retrieved an item for the Batiri, and you went back to Yelyark, which is the village. And there was some shenanigans, and I'm struggling to remember. The Queen let you keep the little slave that they had, little prisoner, who turned out to be a maniac, a Batiri child killer. And the last bit that happened was you found a statue, or rather a shield guardian, being worshipped by a number of little tribes, and after that, I can't remember because I didn't watch the video all the way to the end. I apologize. It's also been a bad week for me. Oh, it ended with the plateau of Umbala off in the distance. And that's where we left off.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
We can head towards Mbala, or we can go towards Orlunga if we want to, but I'm for going for that temple just because I'm nosy.
I'm quite fond of temples.
Which temple, sorry?
The one in Mbala.
Okay, so not what you said you were going to do. Fine.
Oh, wait, who? No,
Yeah, that's what you're going to do, isn't it? I think Shadi said that.
no, hang on, let me check the...
I'm joking.
Shardy's the boss,
Oh.
man. We do what Shardy says.
I mean, we said we were going to Orolunga, and then you just threw the Umbala curveball
Oh,
back in
no,
there, Peter,
sorry,
and now we're
sorry.
changing our mind.
No, retcon what I said. I completely forgot. No,
Yeah,
the temple will still be there when we get back.
I mean, probably. It might catapult itself into the sky.
I will give you a quid if you do that. If you figure out some way to make that plausible, I will give you a quid.
Deal. I don't think you realize how much I need a quid right now.
Yes, so to rephrase, we'd like to go to Orlunga, please.
That's fine. You can go whichever direction. You tell me what direction you want to go
I
in.
didn't know there was a temple on Umbala, to be fair. I'm quite intrigued
never said
by
there was
that,
a
I'm not
temple.
gonna lie.
I said there was Oh, sorry. I said there was a plateau.
Well, somebody mentioned a temple. Just saying.
Wasn't me.
I think I might have... I don't know why. When you said that you saw the plateau, I was like, temple? Temple? Like I said, my brain is dead this week.
That's fine. The plateau is, my understanding, is a mountain with a flat top.
Like Table
You
Mountain
are
in South
correct,
Africa.
sir.
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yep.
South Africa.
So, are we going to the plateau or are we going to Orolunga? We're going to the plateau, yeah?
Well, Shardy is the team leader. She's the navigator.
Leader,
No.
leader.
No.
Quinn is our leader. I'm terrified.
She's a
Wallet.
leader, that's for sure.
No, we're going to Orlunga. We said we'd go to Orlunga. We're going to Orlunga.
Orlunga? Orlunga?
Close enough.
That place. Do you need me to roll a survival check?
Yes, please give me a survival check.
With advantage.
Alrighty. Ooh, I'll take that.
Easy pass. And then I'll need the D4.
Ah, yes. No, go away. I'm not feeding you. I feed you. Sorry, my cat just walked in. Yeah, that was a 3.
Okay. Which direction, which tiles are we doing?
Like to keep heading in the direction that we've currently been going. So southeast. Yeah, that's perfect.
So let me go. 1, 2, 3. I just need to consult with my map because I wasn't expecting this writing to come up. Hold on. Yeah, it's very long writing. So we're gonna have to pretend it's not there. So yeah. Wow. Thank you, Roll20. So you, as you walk through the jungle, you hear rustling, as you always do, just up ahead. The foul stench of undeath fills the air. And as you get closer to it, you spot up ahead an ogre-sized undead walking away from you. It hasn't spotted you. And it has a huge sack thrown over its shoulder. What do you
Is
do?
the sack empty or full?
The sack is full to bursting.
Quite a big sack.
Is it a
Yep.
lumpy sack?
Occasionally from the sack, you see various fruits and nuts occasionally falling to the ground behind. Flipping heck. Nut sacks, got it. So, every so often you see flying squirrels swoop down, pick up the fruits and the berries and things that are falling out, and then kind of scamper up the back of this zombie who seems to be completely oblivious to them and you. They're obviously putting the food back in the sack, but there's absolute swarms of them just constantly flying in and out, grabbing some food, jumping off, flying away.
So some squirrels are grabbing this bloke's nuts for him and putting him back in the sack.
Good
Yep.
lord.
Thank you for completing that circle.
Wow.
Is he headed towards Orlunga? Is it heading in a different direction? When I was walking
Not quite. It's more like heading south.
south.
It hasn't spotted you.
Can I cast detect magic?
Yes, you can. How close are you going to get for this?
I'm gonna sneak up gingerly.
How gingerly?
I think it's 30 foot.
Okay, let's have a stealth check, and I will do a thing.
Oh shit! I rolled 2 then. They're both shite.
You've matched it just. It doesn't. You do your best, and you are making a fair bit of noise, but thanks to some very noisy jungle, but also some very noisy squirrels that are kind of running at you and then away from you, it doesn't notice. You cast
Squirrels.
detect magic. Sorry?
Are the squirrels a bit bewildered by me? They
It's
don't like the working as a zombie.
no, it's almost as if they're trying to scare you away.
Do I recognise what types of squirrels these are, just from growing up in the woods and things like that?
I mean, they were flying, and they're squirrels.
Oh yeah.
They've got some like wingsuity flaps between their front and back arms.
Sorry.
From that, you deduce. Oh my god! From
Does
that,
just
you
the word flaps set you off?
Yeah, it was the word
Jeez.
flaps.
Is it
Listen,
Friday? I'm getting the impression it's a Friday.
You okay, hon?
I've had a long week. I've been reading about Brexit transportation. That's why I'm a bit. The
Jesus.
bar is quite low this evening for me.
we're not saying the B word in D&D.
It's already
Alright,
been recorded, Peter. I'm afraid.
No, we have to-
Brexit.
We
Right.
have to bleep it.
Beep.
Beep.
I'm just reading about beep. Transportation. What we? So yeah, so you cast detect magic. Nothing. Nothing seems to react to you on this augur. I mean, looking at it, it just seems to be a walking habitat for these animals.
I do a speech of Leaf and Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell the squirrels. I don't mean you any harm. I'm just a bit curious about this big zombie thing.
Can they speak back?
No.
Oh.
Well, they can, but I can't understand. They can squeak.
They're squeaking at you.
I just wanted to let them know I don't mean any. I don't mean any harm if they haven't seen the rest of the party.
They're still keeping a close eye on you, but they're just it's their home. This.
I'd probably leave them to it. Brutus said, "Yeah."
I mean, I'm up for following this guy and seeing where he goes. If he hasn't noticed, I mean, we don't have to get close. We can just sort of watch him.
Why is the music so loud?
Is it?
You keep putting new tracks on. It's like blaringly loud.
Sorry.
I'll turn my speakers down. It's fine.
I keep turning it off, but then when a new track comes on, I have to turn it down again.
I'm sorry.
It's not good enough.
I'm
It's
so
only ruining the
sorry.
immersion.
Fucking hell, Peter.
I'm going to play back to video games.
What would you like to do?
I'll follow at a distance if the party's up for it.
Yeah, I'll follow a distance. Follow the trail of nuts.
Okay, I mean it's not hard to follow. You're following the ogre zombie, who's just marching on.
Well, it's interesting to find out why a zombie's carrying a big sack of nuts.
Alright.
And fruit.
I mean, it's fairly obvious that this ogre was gathering nuts and fruit before it became a zombie, I guess.
That's weird. Fair enough if you say so. In which case, it's only recently turned then. Ooh.
Very, I guess, I don't know how to say this. Has obviously rigor mortis hasn't set in, but does it look like pale? Is it like all the flesh sort of still intact and not all sagging off?
It's in reasonably good nick.
Hang on, I'll be back. My cat is being an asshole.
Ooh.
So,
I
being
mean,
a cat
it's a
then.
cat. Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Probably leave zombie to it. Well, Brutus would. He'd just see it as like you say, a mobile home for these creatures. And
I'm not particularly wanting to tangle with a zombie ogre. Craig?
I mean, for fucking music. Fuck's sake.
Fucking fuck.
The music's gone.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I don't see. We haven't really got any quarrel with it. Why would we just start scrapping with it for no reason? Just let it go away and do its thing, and we'll carry on our merry way unless it's in our way.
All right. You kind of break away. You break pursuit of 5 mile an hour, with this zombie. And later that morning, you come across. You come across hundreds and hundreds of tracks and damaged foliage.
Like, sort of,
It's almost as if a huge crowd of people have steamrolled through this area.
just search the area for like any metals, like swords and armor. If it's obviously it's in an army, or if it's that's what I'm sort of like looking for.
Other than the footprints and the broken foliage, you don't really see anything else, but you've grown accustomed to these footprints now. It's quite obvious that there was a massive zombie horde had walked through this area very recently. As you search the area, Dylan, you come across a zombie that seems to have accidentally impaled itself on a tree branch as the horde tracks kind of they saunter off from it.
So
Past it.
Yeah. Oh, it's mates, isn't it? Does the zombie look like it could still come back alive?
Well, it is alive, but it's completely impaled.
All right. It's a bit like Shaun of the Dead, where we've got like.
That's the one.
I'm gonna try talking to it, see if it talks back.
Are you gonna do that?
You alright? Looks
It-
being a bit of bother.
It just looks at you and it tries to open its mouth to do the customary growl, as its jaw drops off. Its arms kind of lazily stretching towards you.
We put it out of its misery.
How you doing that?
I don't want to waste a spell if it's if it can't attack back anyway.
You doing what? Sorry, I missed that.
I'll throw a bunch of darts at it. Keep darting it until it dies, I suppose.
How many darts are you using?
I've got 100 and they don't do much damage.
All right, you very very slowly, eventually turn the skull of this zombie into a dartboard, as it fills with so many holes that eventually your darts are no longer kind of finding purchase. It's Swiss cheese. Quite a bit of time has passed. Like your friends are just kind of hanging around, waiting for you to finish this really slow, torturous death of the zombie. Second death.
Well, put it out of its misery then.
Yeah.
Thinking back, no, I've probably just butchered it into
Yeah.
death.
Eventually, the zombie gives up and expires. It just stops moving. It can't take it anymore. Later on, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you find yourselves traveling in an area that narrows, and eventually the narrowing has become a ravine about 10 foot wide, and the cliff rises about 40 feet above you. The ravine contains a crystal clear stream of water. Brutus, you immediately realize that this area where you're in is a druid's grove, or it was.
How do I know that? What's the...
Because scattered around are small, thin trees that hold many friendly white cockatoos. They fly around from tree to tree, and eventually they come and start landing on your shoulder. It's really quite pleasant. And as you kind of walk along, these cockatoos are just sat on your shoulder, just perched, doing the little chats that they do.
Oh, nice. Is there any? I've not really looked this up, but is there any sort of like ritual I'd do in this situation or anything like that?
You're the druid. There's no other humanoids here apart from the cockatoos. The grove appears to be abandoned, but it's still. I mean, it must have been abandoned very recently. It was very pleasant. It's lovely.
I'll do a prayer, a bit of a meditation to Ilianis.
Okay. Seeing such a familiar sight, you're filled with inspiration to know that you're not alone on this huge island of Chult. To know that there are others like you here, somewhere.
Wait. Already had inspiration.
But suddenly it gets dark, and as you look up to see the source of the darkness, right in front of you, you hear an almighty splat as a corpse lands in front of you. All the cockatoos fly away in terror as more and more splats all up and down the ravine. You can hear them splat, splat as all these corpses fall from above. What do you do?
Are they staying down or are they getting up?
They are staying down.
Can I fly up the ravine and see where they're jumping off from or being
Okay.
pushed off?
As you fly up, give me a dexterity saving throw.
You're gonna hit me with dead bodies, aren't you? Oh no. I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh.
You try as you're flying upwards, and you try as much as you can to avoid these bodies, but there's just so many of them. One of them hits you square in the face. Let's see how far you got. Let's roll me a d4.
D4.
2. So you get about 20 feet into the air before one of these corpses hits you square on the face and knocks you prone, and you take 5 damage plus 2d6.
I'm gonna use my slow fall, and I can reduce any falling damage I take by 20.
Okay, I'm guessing this is. Are you gonna? Is it like a pool of hit points you reduce by?
No, it's yeah. So I take no damage.
Oh right, okay.
It doesn't.
Don't know how that works. Can you link it in the chat?
Yeah. There we go. Is it pop through? There we go.
Five times. All right. Okay. Fine. You are able to. You're able to slow yourself as you're holding this writhing corpse. Actually, you're holding a writhing corpse. As you gently land on the ground, although the initial impact on your face did take 5 hit points off you.
Alright, yeah.
As this zombie, quite clearly a zombie, wants to grapple you.
Can I kick him off backwards off the ravine into the water?
Yes.
Is this a grapple fight or a strength
Enough to be
contest?
grapple fight because you are literally holding it.
Oh yeah. Grapple fight. Oh.
Ooh, yikes! And he's got a +1, so that's 19.
To beat. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Ah!
Oof! He grapples you. You are now grappled. And the rest of them, the rest of the party, there's corpses. Obviously, this huge horde of zombies was walking above, has begun falling into this ravine. As I'm going to need dex saving throws from everyone else.
Everyone is.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
Right. I'm gonna use my inspiration. That's better.
All right, you're all able to dodge the zombies as. Let's see. 6 corpses land next to you immediately. What do you all do?
Retreat to a safe distance.
Take cover.
Take cover where?
Don't touch Bub.
Yeah, we're in a ravine, aren't we? Is there no like rock faces we can
No.
slide up against? No.
This ravine is nice and smooth.
Oh dear. I'll use let me on fucking cover then. I'm gonna use Moldeth. Make myself a 5-foot ditch, 5-foot square cube.
So you're gonna carry on digging where you are.
Yeah, so
Are you,
like,
are you
up at the right,
creating Earth or are you removing Earth?
I'm removing earth, so it's like a bit of a cave, but the earth's that
Oh, into the
like a
side
bit
of the. Oh, okay, I thought you meant like straight down, like Minecraft type, digging straight down.
sideways
Uh,
craft.
Okay. So is this 5 foot?
Yeah, 5-foot cube.
5 foot cube. Okay, you can probably fit one of you in there. But the rest of you notice that the zombies are some of these zombies are starting to move again. What do you do?
Go and chop them up before they can.
Set them on fire.
Fire!
Are you setting them on fire?
Fireball.
Okay. Before these zombies can get up, let's have some firebolts from you, Elias, as you start shooting firebolts
Some, as
at
in
them.
multiple.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. How many do you want?
Let's keep going. Yeah. I mean, these zombies are pretty mangled, so they've got very few. All right, they all hit. Yep.
me to
So
stop?
as you you rain a hail of firebolts on these writhing bodies as they all catch fire, and there don't seem to be any more falling down. Which one of
Okay.
you is cowering in the little cave that Dylan made? Brutus.
Yeah. Use it.
All right, so you pull your knees right up to your chest, and you kind of you sit it out. As these zombies are no longer, the zombie rain seems to have the downpour seems to have stopped.
Yeah.
And you all kind of look up. You don't see any more coming, but this grove is well and truly ruined.
Motherfuckers. You say well and truly, I presume it's
All the birds have flown away, and all the nice little trees and everything that someone had built up around here, like the little, well, a grove, they're completely smashed. Some of it's on fire.
set that on fire. I'll put the fires out with create a destroy water, but
Okay, so
don't
you use your powers to move the water from the stream in this ravine. You put the fire out, but it's quite a miserable sight.
yeah. There's nothing I can really do about that now. Are we staying here? Are we planning on camping here, guys?
I thought we was moving towards Orlunga, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's getting to the end of the day. You make camp. Echo knocks together a bang up meal. And you drift off to sleep eventually. And you all seem to have the same dream, which is the dream of a maze.
Is it jungle-like?
Is it
No.
massive?
You each dream of a maze, but this maze is made up of images from your lives, your past, and your present. The walls seem to be made of just still images of various stages of your life from when you were born up until this point. And you're wandering through this maze in your dreams. What do you do?
Together?
Each in your own little dream world.
Does it feel like it goes in chronological order, Peter?
Let's have an intelligence check.
Okay. 21.
Easy. Yes, this is very much in chronological order. And you, Elias, are able to very successfully and easily navigate the maze.
Okay.
As you come out the other end, and you see in front of you an incredible ziggurat. For those who don't know what they are, they're the South American version of a pyramid.
Ooh, like a
And on
Machu
top of
Picchu?
it, and on top of
Yeah,
it,
like Mayan temple, isn't it? Basically.
let's have an intelligence
Ooh.
check from everyone else as well.
Ah, yes, my greatest thing.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
My greatest statistic.
Wah wah.
Oh, that was on
Embered.
20 there, though, Shardy.
Hello.
So Elias and Brutus are able to successfully come out of the other end of this this dream, and you both witness this ziggurat with a snake on top of it. It's a snake with a friendly face, and it's just looking at you as you wake up. You wake up to the screams of Quinn and Blaine, who have had awful nightmares as they find themselves trapped in this maze, and they could not get out. And the harder they tried to get out, the more lost they became, and the more hopeless they became. And you are awake on the next day.
The snaky ziggurat. That's what this one's been entitled.
That snaky bastard.
I mean, last session was entitled Gorilla Loving and Goblin Tats.
Apt.
It's the next morning. What would you like to do?
How do I feel about this dream? Are we letting it pass, or is it just a?
I mean, it's up to you. You're at the you're still on the ground. Echo's knocked up some breakfast for you.
Okay, he's been knocked out. All right.
Oh,
Oh, come
he's
on.
had a good night.
And she says to you, Elias and Brutus, she says, you two were having some strange dreams in the night.
He says nothing wholly unusual.
This was to Blaine and did I say Elias? Sorry, I meant Blaine.
Yeah, you mentioned us too. We were the ones that got through. I
I'm
think.
sorry, I meant Blaine and Brutus.
Mistakes were made. So sorry.
She says, Blaine, you kept calling out for your mummy.
I love that woman. It was a tough night. I don't really want to talk about it.
She says, no problem, and she hands you some eggs.
Thank you very much, Lee.
Brutus probably tells her everything being a loose-lipped giant.
Oh, what, sorry?
A loose-lipped giant. Just go into detail, tell her all about the snaky pyramid. Snaky ziggurat.
You didn't see the snaky ziggurat. Neither did Blaine. You were lost in the maze before you woke up.
No, that
Well,
was
I got past it.
me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god.
rolled an 8.
Oh my lord.
Oh lordy lord.
Oh, lordy lordy. Oh, help
So
me.
you tell Eku all about this ziggurat, and she says, "Snake on top, you say?"
Alright.
That
That
is
looks
a clear sign that we are close to Orolunga.
Why is there a snake on top of a ziggurat there?
The snake you saw is Saja and Baza, the oracle we seek. He knows you are coming.
Saja and Baza. Is he one of the merchant princes?
Nope.
Do I recall? Do I know anything about these two snakes? Ah, thank you.
Do you know the name? Okay, let's have a history check from you, Quinn, with advantage since you are from Chult.
No shit. Did
What's
it
the
not
matter?
roll? Oh, it didn't roll. I rolled a 9. That was my highest.
You've heard the name mentioned, but you're not quite sure what the context is. You presume that he's an oracle.
Okie dokie.
Is everyone else doing anything?
Well,
He might.
surely we continue.
All right. We'll have the customary survival check.
Yeah. Will do. I should point out Quinn is stress molting from the shitty dream. Hopefully that goes through. Ah, there we go.
Yeah. Easy peasy again. And your D4.
I'm only rolling good on survival tonight, which I suppose, yeah, that's better than nothing. 2!
Okay, so we go 1, 2. And we go 1, 2. As the day wears on, and you're foraging for fruit, you spot a skeleton with a backpack.
Oh.
Apologies, you spot a skeleton walking with a backpack.
Just trekking around.
It's walking with purpose. No, it's not just like bumping around. It's walking with purpose.
Does it see us?
Nope. It couldn't even possibly care that you're there. It's walking with purpose.
With purpose.
Purpose.
Purposeful walking.
Sort of away from us or just past us?
Away from you.
So I presume it's going in direction of Orolunga.
I mean, we can follow it if it's not bothered about us.
They don't seem hostile. Maybe.
I kind of
Check
want
it.
to follow it and see what its purpose is.
Yeah.
You're following.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
no.
Nope, change my mind.
No.
You're a dickhead, you Peter.
This is how we get off on the wrong foot.
He laughed like.
He
Did
wants to. He's like Dick Dastardly, you know, with his little snigger.
That little laugh, Peter, sounds like Voldemort. That's what it's if you've ever seen that clip.
No. I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Not using to. Hold on.
I'm holding.
All right, you can talk between amongst yourselves for a couple of minutes because I'm not. This needs a
Going
tiny
for a
bit of
wee.
preparation. Yeah, have a
Yeah.
little break if you want.
Oh, okay. Right. Be right back.
Okay.
Right, you got some Vicks and Lemsip.
I've got beer and whiskey. Hopefully that'll work.
That'll do the job.
I'm thinking more as like a disinfectant for my head, so you know.
Yeah, well, I used to use whiskey to like numb kids' teeth or something.
Yeah, you put them in hot toddies and shit. I guess just getting drunk helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, for kids. Helps them go to sleep with it and shut up, even if they're really not.
Here, drink this toddy.
How you doing, Dylan?
Right, yeah.
What's wrong with your PC?
Don't know, it's the same old bloody mixer issues. I've got this Prith mixer. Every now and again it acts up, but 90% of the time it's decent. I was just online with my daughter earlier playing with a farm simulator. It working fine, and then I just switched channels to D&D one, and it just won't work. I think it could be also a bit to do with Discord. So I reset all settings on that, and that seems to work. So it might not be just the mixer. The mixer does play up every now and again, but I think Discord does as well.
Fair play. Ooh, no. Trying to do
Guess what happened? Guess what happened to me today?
You got bum raped by a monkey.
No, that's you in a minute. No, I was playing Ghost Recon Breaking Point. I've been playing it for the last few weeks. I was playing it with Matt, and it crashed, and I went to load it again, and it deleted my character.
Oh.
I was nearly at the end of the game, and it just fucking deleted the whole save.
You lost. Did you not have a backup save?
Yeah, Pete.
What? Why?
Or is it you always have backup saves?
No, not with those games. They're usually quite sturdy.
Oh.
Live service games are quite sturdy, but that one's been known to have loads of fucking bugs. That's why I never bothered playing it. I thought, no, I'm not gonna bother playing it.
Fucking thing. It's just I like it because it's easy to drop in and out of. So when Matt's playing, I just drop into his game and you just literally pick up and you carry on. That really pissed me off though.
Are you gonna start it again, or have you just sort of gone, nah, the pain is too fresh?
I've just deleted it. I'm so angry. I'd
Don't
nearly
blame
finished.
Hey, have you seen Thingies out, innit? Darkest Dungeon 2.
I got it in the Epic sale
You got it?
with the £10 voucher. It's good. You're not in a little town type thing anymore. You're in a horse and carriage running through a forest, and you come across. It's a bit like what's it called? Slay the Spire, where you've got like different. You get to a junction, you can choose to go left or right type thing, and it's quite cool now because your characters build relationships with each other. With the obvious, if one of them dies, the other one becomes catatonic. But also they have negative relationships as well. But also when you reach like these little junctions where whether you choose whether to go left or right, they all like have a little bubble chat thing above their heads which way they want to go, and there's like a little vote. And you can't win really, because if whichever way you choose, some of them are about to get pissed off with your choice.
Yeah.
So it's typical Darkest Dungeon, where no matter what you do, there's always a negative.
Just like you start off, it's really good, and things just get really bad, don't they? It's like most games you progress and it gets like easier and easier, and you build up like a decent, it's stable, whatever. But yeah, that game, it's just like start off, everyone's like happy and just do missions, get gold, and then you get bloody, what were it? Does it still have not madness?
Yes, it's still got that little counter thing.
Yeah, so it's not replaced that with the friendship thing.
No,
It's an addition. That's cool.
it's
Yeah.
an addition.
So it ended up like you
This
get to the
looks
end of the game and all your characters are like really stressed out, going.
Oh yeah, that's it. Stress meter, yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, the stress meter doesn't go up as fast, but it does accelerate after one of your characters takes like a total beating from someone, especially if it's your tank. 'Cause you're like, oh yeah, he's a tank. He can take the hits. Eventually, he starts taking more and more stress damage, or rather, his stress meter goes up more and more the more he gets hit. So when they all start picking on him, because they always do it, don't they? As soon as they notice that one of your characters the health is slightly low, they just all completely hammer him.
Yeah.
It speeds up then. But the good thing is that if you've got a good relationship with one of the other characters, when it's their turn, sometimes you get like a bonus. They'll give you like a bonus heal or a boost or a buff.
What's this?
Darkest Dungeon 2.
Ah, okay. I've not had a go of it yet.
Yeah, I need to get that. I love the first one.
It's £10 off at the moment if you.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Look, yeah.
like, I got paid today, so I was waiting for that really.
not on Steam. Is it only on Epic?
It's on Epic. It's early release at the moment.
Ah. Well, I might wait then, but it looks really fun. Like, just had a quick peek at it. Like, oh.
It's one of the best dungeon crawlers. Well, first one was. I've not played the second one, but looks very similar. But we added features and stuff.
Thought it might be on Steam's Halloween sale, but nope.
Unfortunately, not.
Oh well.
Okay, is everybody back? Is
Yep.
Mike back?
I'm back. I'm listening.
Happy days.
Don't about Craig
Happy
though.
days. So you're
back.
He's
you're
back.
following this skeleton,
Skellington.
and you are approaching a clearing. And yes, I'm fully aware that this map is going to look very familiar from last session, but I've only got so many maps.
Lame.
You hear the Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Oh shit, I forgot the skeleton.
I went and found maps if I knew someone was coming.
Did you?
I jest. I'm excited though. Come on, Matt. Come, Pete. Show me the map. Come on.
Right, so you hear the skeleton in front of you. As you get closer to this clearing, it starts saying, "Wongo, Wongo, Wongo," and you reach a clearing with a shrine that's going to look really familiar.
Hey, where's the gorilla?
Don't know what you mean.
Oh,
I'll let
we
you
can
off, Pete. Your
check out this
maps moved.
cave,
My
yeah.
maps didn't move.
Okay.
So the skeleton comes and stops in front of a shrine. He's just repeating. You're not quite sure where the sound is coming from within its chest cavity. He keeps repeating, "Wongo, Wongo." And from all around, you hear whooping sounds, like howler monkey type whoopings in the trees. What do you do?
I immediately think of the guy who we took the necklace from that had Wongo written on it, and wonder what it is or what Wongo might be.
Who's got the necklace?
I think I took it. I can't remember.
It just said Wongo on it, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Don't worry about that. On this shrine in front of the skeleton, there's a little statuette.
Wongo.
What do
Maybe
you do?
if I put the Wongo necklace on the statuette of Wongo.
Okay, as you move close to this thing,
Mhm.
the hooping noises from all around the jungle becomes louder and louder as you scan the tree line and you start to see eyes looking back at you. Let's roll for
Okay.
initiative.
Oh,
Correct.
Well, that was rude.
Peter's rude. He's just upset because I killed his artificer.
So
I
you
thought you
did.
didn't like the artificer.
I did. I loved him.
oh no. Oh, I rolled high. How'd he die? I don't say
in
of death.
in a great fiery explosion.
Oh no.
Walked his fingers where they shouldn't.
Indeed. Curiosity definitely killed the cat in this instance.
Yep. So these eyes that are looking back at you, they become clearer as you focus on them, Elias, as these creatures that are hanging upside down from the trees. They have they've got gorilla-like heads attached to a canine physique with broad chests and thin tapered waists, and they look like this.
Oh, great.
Not a fan
Um,
of that.
As more and more of them appear from the trees.
Wongo. Wongo.
As the hooping intensifies and then suddenly stops. I'll just roll one of them. And Eku is first, who's going to hold her action. Quinn,
Oh no.
you're the first one off the mark.
Oh joy.
Sucks when you're first, isn't it?
Oh. I mean, it's not bad for a monk, but I'm like, oh god damn it. They're intending to attack, aren't they? That's a dumb question, but
They're looking they're looking very, very aggressive with horrific teeth made for sewing bones.
Lovely.
Beautiful. Let me just see what I have steady.
The environment rules here apply, so there's obviously rocks and vines climbing up the rocks and that kind of thing.
Okay. And they're all hanging by their tails, aren't they?
Apologies. Let me rewind one sec. Eku. You see Eku begins chanting at all of you as she makes like flicking motions with her fingers towards you as she casts Bless on everyone.
Nice.
Smooth.
That you?
Okay, sorry. Sorry?
What's the bless do?
She casts Bless on. Actually, Elias is too far away, so it's going to be Blaine, Quinn, and Brutus.
Fucking brilliant.
You can have a D4.
Lovely.
Oh,
Do I see the little statue on the altar?
You can see the statue on the altar, yeah.
Can I swoop in and grab it and
Yes, you can.
so I'll move and I'll pick it up and I'll grab it in both hands and I'll threaten to break it. Like I'll hold it out so the sawbone monkey things can see it, and this dude in front of me can see it. Go, you do it, I break it.
The skeleton, I mean, he's just pointing at the statuette. It doesn't seem to be aggressive towards. He's just pointing at the statuette, saying, "Wongo." The rest of these creatures seem undeterred by your action.
Damn it. Do I have any bonus action?
Can have a bonus action if you want.
I'm gonna save it.
This statuette, by the way, is not something that you can crush. It is solid metal.
Oh.
I love gold.
No. I'm gonna use patient. I'm gonna spend a key point and do patient defense.
What does that do?
I'll tab it in the thing for you. It basically means I can take a dodge action as a. Yeah, I can take it.
Greg?
Yeah.
Is that too loud?
I've just turned it down. He'd stop fucking about with it, and then I'll be fine.
Starting at second level, your training allows you to harness the mystic energy of Ki. Your access to this energy is represented by a number of key points. I don't know, it's too much to read. You let me know what you're doing.
I take a dodge action.
Okay. Why didn't you just say that?
I don't know. It's like I said.
Disengage, dash. Alright, okay, that's fine. Okie dokie, is that you done?
That's me done.
Blaine. You see them straight away as well, Blaine. You look up and they're everywhere.
Fuck. I'm a ways back too. Scheiße. Shit.
Down.
Shit. Shit. Hang on. I'm out of range for that. Where am I? Oh. Okay, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. There.
Okay.
Need a DC 14 Dex throw.
So that's a. Ooh. One's a pass, one's a fail. So I'm going to mark.
They now glow purple.
Ooh, bless condition. Hold on. So we'll give you bless, and we'll give you bless, and we'll give.
Oh, bless.
You bless. I'll choose a different thing. Okay, so he's fairy fired. What else do you do?
That's it for now.
Alright, next up is Elias. You're the one that's the most exposed now. You're surrounded by these things.
Mirror image.
Okay.
Well, there's now 4 Eliases.
Okay. These creatures seemed a bit confused by that. Are you moving or are you staying there?
I'm gonna step up to the statue and put the Wongo necklace on the statue as well.
You're going to put the Wongo necklace on the statue
Yep.
that Quinn is holding. Okay. Are you touching the statue?
Do you know what? I might put it on the skeleton. Wongo, give him a necklace.
You you bequeath the Wongo necklace on the skeleton.
Good use of bequeath.
As he looks down at the necklace, and he just looks at you. If he could conjure a look of surprise on his face, of happy surprise, and he just goes, "Wongo." But as your hand brushes up against the bones, the skeleton deconstructs and drops to the ground in a big pile of bones.
How confusing.
The Wongo necklace on top of him.
Ah, Wongo.
Wongo.
This is
Okay.
another nonny moment. I feel like Wongo could mean anything.
What else are you doing?
I'm gonna pick up the Wongo necklace and throw it to Quinn,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna let Quinn decide what to do with it.
All right.
That's my spell, and I think that's about enough for sort of to constitute my move action.
Okay. So it's the turn of these creatures, and their movement is 30 feet. So they're gonna go 10. Oops. This is gonna go 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. 5,
Shit.
25, 30. These are only coming out of the trees, so it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 25. Going to stop in the water. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Going to stop in the water. These ones, 5, 10, 15. These are going to run up here. One of them is going to look at you, Elias, as it points a finger at you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, be wise, Elias, my friend. Be wise. Oh, I am gonna use my my inspiration to re-roll that if that's okay, Peter.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Elias
better.
was wise on this day.
Why is to
Okay.
use inspiration?
You feel a spirit crushing charge emanate from this creature towards you as it points at you. But then the feeling passes. The other one is going to do the same to. Oh, actually, I need to roll the thing. Okay. Wrong button. And then I'm going to need. He's not blinded. I'm going to need the same from Quinn, but with advantage.
Oh, nice. It's just a wisdom saving throw, isn't it?
Yep. Not just the wisdom saving throw, it's the wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Oh, nice. You get the same feeling. This horrible sensation of almost like a depression washes over you. But then you suddenly feel better about it. And it's Brutus's turn.
Not too sure on this. Would I be able to wild shape into one of these? What's the CR rating?
No,
Yeah.
these are monstrosities.
Alright, yeah.
As they get closer, you see that they've got filthy grey fur and black faces and blood red paws.
Fuck off.
You're
Sorry,
right.
people banging on my window.
Sort 'em out, Craig.
Honestly, it does my head in. They always think it's funny to bang on the window.
Favourite.
What's that? Spike growth. Nice. 20-foot radius. Becomes difficult terrain. For every 5 feet. Okay. Is that your turn? Oh, don't forget to add your d4s, those who are blessed. Right. Back to Eku. Echo says, Echo shouts to you, those are Sioux monsters, not sea monsters, Sioux monsters. And she casts Sanctuary on Elias. Next up is Quinn.
Quinn's gonna have like a Zoolander moment and look at the necklace and look at the idol, and it's like the files are in the computer, like that Owen Wilson look. And there's gonna put the Wongo necklace on the idol and see if anything happens.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Oh, damn it.
You're holding a statue with a necklace that says Wongo around its neck now.
Shit. Can
I'll let you do an action.
Can I put the Wongo necklace on?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll put the Wongo necklace on.
All right. You're wearing a necklace around your neck that says Wongo on it now. Anything else?
Ugh. Fuck. Look at what you've done to me now. I am going to. Fuck it, I can't move. I'm going to point my finger at the monkeys and go, Wongo, no!
These aren't monkeys.
Oh, they're not monkeys.
They don't react to you at all. They start. In fact, They all start hooping. Like the first one that you pointed at starts hooping, then the rest of them all start hooping and jumping up and down.
Oh, good, I've started a chant.
They're enraged.
Yay.
Bunch of football hooligans. Woo! That's me done.
Okay, Blaine.
I'm going to plough in next to Elias. Give my friend a little chirrupy nod. And then cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
I'm gonna need 2d4 damage from you
Shit.
as you step into these gnarled things that the druid casted.
Cheers, Druid. 6 points.
You take 6 points of damage
Dumbass.
as you run into these quite clearly like spiked plants.
Well. Anyway. Tasha's Hideous Laughter on that one.
Okay. Does it need to understand you for this to work?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll read it. Don't worry, I'll read it for you.
Oh, cheers.
Uh,
Thanks, Jim.
creature with intelligence score of 4. Oh, okay. All right. So was he doing a wisdom saving throw?
Please. 14.
Oh, that's a 5.
Fails.
So what does he do? What happens? Tell me. What does it look like?
I say something hilariously funny, mocking the poor zombie-like creature, which my current brain can't think of because it's been a long week. It falls into fits of laughter.
Blue monster.
Becomes incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. This one.
Incapacitated. Call him paralyzed. Okay.
Falls over
So
and
this
starts laughing himself.
this creature falls to the ground and he makes some hissing, howling combination sound.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word upon myself. Because I can.
Nice.
That's my go over.
Elias Sonorok. Hey there, Craig.
Sorry, I'm on mute. I'm going to cast a spell. Tasha's Mind Whip. On the other one at the front, I think.
This one?
Yeah. Can he make a intelligence saving throw, please?
Doubt it, but he can try. Oh, it's a nat 20.
Wow,
19
okay.
though.
Let's have a look. On a success, the target takes half damage, so he takes half of 13.
That's going to be, was that 7? 6?
Mm-hmm.
6. Can't remember how to count.
And nothing else.
7. His eyes flash red as you attempt to lash out psychically at this creature, who clearly has psychic abilities. It's the monster's turn. and it ain't gonna be pretty. So this one, gonna do an intelligence ability check. Oof, and he's gonna fail it. Okay. This one is gonna approach the spike growth that the Brutus has dropped down, and he pauses for a moment, and then he runs for Blaine. 15, so that's 3. That's 6d4 damage.
Yep.
Jeez. I'm going to start doing some public rolls because there's going to be a lot of damage dropping here. As rips appear on its legs, as it's too late for him to stop. As he reaches you, Blaine, and he bites and claws you.
Cool.
Or,
And misses.
I'm guessing 7 is a miss, and then that misses as well, I guess.
It does.
9. As it's in so much pain, it can't focus on attacking you. The other monsters, on seeing this, they kind of look down at this spike growth. Obviously, one of them's reeling on the floor. They look down at this spike growth, and they're not willing to move any closer. So this guy is going to step out and take 2d4 damage. That's 5 damage. Wow. Okay. As it still it just rips his skin right open. This horrendous spike growth, the worst spell in this game. And the other two are going to back off. This one, the one in the middle is uncertain what to do. It doesn't want to move. But this dude is going to take another 2d4 damage, or let's just call it another 5. As these Sioux monsters are unsure of what to do. However, the ones up here are going to go 10, 20, 30 towards Brutus. 10, 30. As they begin climbing down the vines and are... Oof. Yes, you are. As they both point at you, Brutus.
Sausage fingers again.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Ignore that. Gonna give me a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw.
Add me 4 to that.
Yeah, you roll a D4. Ooh, just short. As you take Scheisse. $15 psychic damage.
Before you do that,
Okay.
I am going to use Chronal Shift. So you can roll it again.
Which
Nice.
may add D20.
Yep. As a
was the-
reaction, you can re-roll the save after I know the result as well.
Nice. Wisdom saving throw, please. Better. The time freezes momentarily and almost imperceptibly rewinds a little bit.
Thank you.
You are
However,
welcome.
the other one's gonna have a go at you as well. Unless you need to roll a thing. Ooh, okay. The other one's gonna have a go at you, and you're gonna need to give me a wisdom save again. As they howl at you. And you pass. Okay. And this one is on the floor. Is it the one that's vicious mockery? Does he got any kind of saving throws to do, or is that him for the fight?
No, not for the fight. Hang on, let me look. I think it's just for the duration of the spell, which is, and it's Tasha's laughter. Don't me. Hang on.
1.
No. Hang on. Oh, poo. What did it say? One action, 30 feet. 1
Wisdom
minute.
saving throw.
1 minute.
Okay. Are you doing vicious mockery?
No, it's Tasha City's
Right.
laughter.
Okay, so the D4 that you rolled.
Don't use the fuck up. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no worries. Okay. This one is on the ground. This one is only done 5 feet. Or difficult terrain, so it's 10 feet. So he's got 15. Oops. He's gonna go around these spikes. 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna bite and claw at you. How high up are you, Quinn?
I'm
Are
sitting
you
on.
just kind of perched on this?
I'm perched on it, yeah. So I don't know how far up that is.
It's not far. He's gonna bite and claw at you. I'm guessing 5 is a miss.
That's a miss.
18.
That hits.
You only take 4 slashing damage though.
Oh, that's alright.
Okay. Brutus.
I'm going to use Ice Knife on this one.
Okay.
Oh, I could cast it a second level. No, I won't do that. Yeah, so create the shard fling at this monkey.
Okay. What am I doing here?
1d10 piercing damage. if it
Dex
hits.
saving throw.
Well,
10?
first for the initial hit.
Okay, so he just flat out
it's-
takes 5 damage, does he?
Yeah, I presume 20 hits. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then so that's 5, and then both of them have to succeed that dexterity saving throw. I take 2d6.
So he fails Dex saving throw, and they both take 2d6.
Well,
Oh.
no, they have to roll the dex save separately, I think.
Right, so that one fails, and that one passes. So this one takes 2d6. Does the one take half as much, or how does that work?
I don't think it says that.
I get-
Uh,
how much take two? Okay, that it doesn't.
No.
How much did I roll? 10. Okay, so this one takes 10 damage. As this ice explodes.
Did you do the D10 piercing damage as well? Does
Uh,
it D10 plus 2d6 gold?
yeah, I've done that. I've done the
Alright, sorry.
d10. So it was 5 damage plus the 2d6s, right?
Oh, so you have, yeah, I can see there at the top.
Yes.
as a bonus action, I'm going to wild shape into hyena.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna turn into a hyena. Okay. Find your hyena. That characters. Brutus Bitterbook. You might need to heal up because it's probably got the damage from the previous. Right. Okay. Are we
Yep.
sorted?
Sorted.
Right. Eku. You hear Brutus. You hear a whooshing sound behind you. As Eku changes shape, and as you turn to look with your giant hyena face, you turn to look behind you, and you see a resplendent vision hovering in the air. A dream made flesh, winged but unflappable. Its serpentine body whirls and drifts like a trail of smoke made of glittering scales. Amid this intoxicating kaleidoscopic two eyes hold still their gaze, expressing perfect calm and infinite compassion as she turns into a quattle. What is a quattle, you say?
I've got a picture of a Chinese dragon in my head.
Almost. Very close. She turns into... This is really fucking cool. I've been looking forward to this. Into that.
Cool.
Oh, that's well cool.
A winged serpent.
Let me see if... So, 15. Won't be a sec to sort it out. Okay, yeah, she turns into this and floats effortlessly over to these two creatures, and begins. Oh, it's an action. And yeah, she stays there. As she turns to you and says, "Worry not, friends." Next up is Quinn.
I've done all I can with this statue and necklace. I'm gonna get out the spear and I'm gonna poke this bugger ear.
Okay.
What
time.
does what does bless do again? Is it just a D4 to any
you-
set?
It gives you a D4 to attack roll or saving throw
I'll roll
for
that
the
first.
entirety of the fight. It's not a one-off.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah.
That's a hit, even
And
without.
10 damage.
You poke this thing. 10 damage in its face. You do quite a lot of damage to it, as it squeals and screams and hisses, but it's still alive.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna do an unarmed strike, and I'm gonna then kick it in the face.
Okay.
For 15.
That hits.
And 4 points of damage.
With the spear impaled in its face, you do a spinning kick as you drive it home through its skull, and it drops like a rock to the ground dead.
Nice.
The others begin howling and hooting at the sight of this, kind of panicky.
I get 5 temporary hit points as well.
Oh wow.
Gadoosh.
And then as a talk action, I go, coming for you next!
The howling continues. You doing anything else? Moving?
I will looking over at the giant snake and hyena thing, and I'm looking at my squishy bard and magic friend. I think I'm gonna move to here. There we are. And I'm done.
Righty. Okay, Blaine.
Oh, I'm gonna hit the one next to me with a longsword.
Remember, it's got the fairy fire on it.
Cool. I'm gonna need that. 16.
That hits. Is that 2 attacks you got? How does that work?
No, it's one attack, but I don't know how to roll with advantage when I'm clicking on my character.
Oh,
sheet.
right. Okay. Yeah, 16
So,
hits.
16, 3 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay. You roundhouse him with your longsword. As you slash him across the chest. His thin, weird chest that's like a triangle. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm not built
Okay.
for combat.
Elias. Is that why you're at the front line?
Yeah.
All right, Elias is going to use his what time of day are we at, Peter?
About midday.
Okay, fine. I'm going to summon it anyway. Let's summon my Shadow Blade.
Ooh.
I'm going to throw it at this one. Technically, I should have done that with advantage, right?
Yeah. Try again if you want.
So what did I roll? 11. I'm just going to roll a dice. Roll a d20 and add 6 because that's clearly what it did before. So that will be 24 is the highest
That is very much a hit.
for 8 points of damage.
Okay, your shadowy dagger. What is it? What shape is it?
It is I'm going to say a short sword, I think, for Elias.
Okay, your
Almost like a slightly smaller scimitar.
your black as midnight shadowy short sword flies at him. Does it? Do these fly? Are they like thrown?
You can throw them and then resummon them back to your hand.
Wow. You hurl this shadowy short sword at this creature, this Sioux monster, and then just as soon as it hits, it reappears in your hand. What else do you do?
That's my bonus action. Do a bonus action spell. Although it's an action to attack with it, so that's me.
Okay. It's time for the Sioux monsters. So the one in front of Blaine. He's gonna do his psychic crush. He's gonna attack you with psychic damage. So I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw. From Blaine. Mike?
Sorry, what?
Gonna need a wisdom saving throw from Blaine.
Okay.
Oh,
10.
just about meet it. Yikes. Okay, and yeah, okay. So, yep. Again, the same emotion washes over you, but it passes. The rest of these, this sumo, does it need to roll something again?
I don't know. It's for a minute, so
I can't remember what he's supposed to do.
after a minute it wears off. I have to cast it again.
No, it's not been a minute yet. But what's the effect? Is he just
It's-
incapacitated?
He's rolling on the floor laughing. He can't stop.
All right. So howls come from the back of the room. That one's dead. These two monsters next to your friend Eku, gonna slash at her with bites and claws. As that misses, claws.
Well, it's a crit then.
That also misses. This one is quite badly damaged. You're gonna try and bite. See these creatures as they're biting and gnashing at this beautiful serpent that's just floating there, and they're just not getting anywhere near it. It's as if it's ethereal. This one that is in the middle has kind of regained its composure and is going to do a psychic attack on Dylan.
The wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Bag it.
You got anything else to counter, or is that it?
Got nothing.
No, you've got blessed. You've got blessed. You've got 1d4 to roll on a saving throw.
I've got nothing left.
Flop it to the
I'm
floor.
like Ian Beale over here. Yeah.
Yay!
Not long. That's what Sean's
Passes.
reminder.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then the one at the back, he's kind of taking quiet steps back. 5, 10,
He's brave Sir Robin in it.
He's gonna. Oh shit! There's one up there. I forgot about him. Never mind. Delete him. He's gonna brave Sir Robin it out of there, and he's gone. As he backs away before his friends see him with shame. Brutus.
Yep.
Oh shit! It was Quinn I was attacking, not Brutus. Sorry. Never mind. Carry on. Thought that Quinn was Brutus. Don't know why.
Animals.
You're-
Yeah. Sorry. What are you doing, Dylan?
To take a chomp out of this little howler.
Okay.
20 for 11 points.
Do you get pack tactics as a hyena, just out of curiosity?
Direwolf.
Ah, boo.
Hyena does the multi-kills. If it kills one,
okay.
it does
Yep.
another target.
You bite this creature in half, Brutus, as it dies, screaming.
That must taste awful.
Its upper torso still yowling and screaming in your jaws. What do you do?
Pounce
Dead though.
up to the next one. It's dead yet.
Yep.
Pounce up to this uninjured one. This which Echo.
Yeah.
Assume it's flying, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna bite this one.
That is a hit, yeah?
For 8 points of damage. We could just talk to
Oops.
Echo and just say, help the others, I've got this one.
Okay. She bows her head at you.
You're gonna say that, innit? But, it's up to her, I guess.
She bows her head at you and then flies down. What's her flying speed? Ooh. Wow. Effortlessly flies down, glides away as this howler takes a swipe at Sue monster takes a swipe at her with its claws. Again, just no purchase whatsoever. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 as it comes down. She comes down rather. And she's going. She wraps her tail around its neck. And then eventually the rest of its body as she begins to constrict it. And squeezes every ounce of life, like its eyes pop out, squeezes every ounce of life out of it. And then she just effortlessly again releases it as it just gently flops to the ground dead. Next up is Quinn.
That's dead. I'll fly over to this guy here and once again with the spear and I'll...
I'm going to need 2d4 damage on you.
Oh, because I'm in the zone, aren't I?
Only because you said they flew over, so I'm guessing you're landing for this.
Well, I guess that's the point. Can I attack from above?
I don't know, what kind of attack are you doing?
I was going to poke it with my spear. But my spear's got a reach of...
So are you doing like a Spartan thing where you jump and you just land on him with your spear?
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
going
go on
to...
then.
Yeah.
You're still going to take the 2d4 though.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, that's okay because that guy in front of me gave me an extra 6. Dying near me gave me an extra hit points. I'll take that again. Oh, is he in Fury Fire?
No,
No. That's
the one that in Fairy Fire just died.
20
20 is an easy hit.
6 damage, and once again as a bonus action, I'm gonna kick the spear further into his head.
Okay. I mean, you've only really grazed him.
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, of course it does.
4 points of damage,
Okay.
and then I'll take my 2d4.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, now I roll good. God. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. And I'm actually No, if I move, he gets opportunity on me. Nah, I'm staying.
Blaine.
I am going to cast Thunderclap. If I'm in range, yes. Oh no, wait. Yes, on this one.
Okay. Does it not? Does the thunderclap not an attack snap him out of the
Possibly.
hideous laughter? Do you want to look that up?
I will. Hang on.
Needs a con save on this. Save that one.
Yeah, each time it takes damage, it can make a Wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage. So 14.
Okay. A thunderous noise appears in the location of this Sioux monster, who takes 5 points of thunder damage, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then he stops laughing for a moment. Is it saving throw?
It is.
What's the DC?
14.
Oh, doesn't matter because that's the one. Stops laughing for a moment, and then carries on laughing.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Elias.
Elias is going to use his bonus action to resummon the Shadow Blade back to his hand. And then I am going to... What am I going to do? Just throw it, maybe. I'll use a classic magic missile. I do love a good magic missile.
Everybody loves magic missile.
So let's
Until you roll ones.
fire that at that one's dead, that one's dead. That one's duking it out with Quinn Tallow Tough. I'm gonna help Quinn. He's so I'm gonna fire at this one. So 2, 5. I'm not even sure what that is. So how many darts is it? 3 darts, isn't it? So
I think so.
3, 6, 8 points of damage
On this one,
on this one, yeah.
your magic missiles rip through him, but he's still alive. Anything else?
Nope, because that was my bonus action and my action, so that's me.
All right. Sioux monster turn. There's only really one left until the other one comes to its senses. He's gonna point his evil finger at you, Quinn. I'm gonna need a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
His hand dripping with its own blood. 12. As he looking quite scared now, as he puts his hand down, Agent Smith style from the Matrix, when they put their guns down because they realize that Neo isn't having it. I'm guessing the other one isn't going to roll any of the wisdoms, so it's Brutus. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that one. He's not used this thing, so he's going to use his thing. Wisdom saving throw.
Not using his thing on me, is he?
He's using his thing on you. Teabagging you. Wow. Same again. You're not perturbed by this. It's your turn.
Right. I know I can't cast spells while I'm in wild shape. Can I cancel spells, or can I get rid of these thorns?
Don't you not have to come out of your wild shape?
I'm not too sure. I know you can't cast while you're in wild shape, but I don't know if you can cancel an existing spell.
I'm going to rule that you can, because reasons. Why not? It's concentration, isn't it? Isn't it?
I think so. I can't see now because I've not got my Brutus character sheet.
Fight growth.
Spike growth, yeah. Yeah, it's concentration. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, all you have to do is drop your concentration and they go away.
Yep.
So the spikes retract from the ground.
And going to bite this in.
Mm-hmm. Sink your teeth into him. Oh, 10. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Not got inspiration or anything?
No, I've used my inspiration.
You were laughing before at how much you had. Or how much you kept getting.
Well, I couldn't stack them, could I? So
No. Not in this
Roll
game.
with your. Did you roll with your D4?
I didn't. Thank you. I was bloody forgetting that. 13.
That's a hit.
10 points of damage. Thanks again, Shadia.
Hey.
I remember one of these times.
You sink your teeth into him. Bite chunks out of him. Eku's turn. Who's gonna fly over to this guy here. And she's gonna begin constricting him as well. She wraps her lovely tail around him and begins squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. I'm guessing he's gonna wisdom saving throw on his turn, I suppose. Quinn.
I'm going to keep attacking on this guy here, and I'm going to get fancy with it. So instead of slashing down with my spear, I'm going to flip it up the other way, and I'm going to go groin to head, slash upwards that way.
Okay.
Because I can.
Okay.
That is a 17.
That's a hit.
And 4 points of damage.
Okay. You rake him with the spear. And certainly do slice his skin.
And then I'm gonna, as an unarmed strike, I'm gonna kick him in the knee.
Okay.
16.
That's a definite kick in the knee. That.
For another 4 points of damage.
Okay. You break his knee backwards, but he's still standing.
And that's me done.
Oh, I didn't roll any of their d6s. 1 sec. Okay. All right. As it is now Blaine's turn, who's already moving.
Blaine charges in with his sword drawn and brings it crashing down, trying to get the killing blow, hopefully somewhere in the chest.
Kill steal.
13.
13 is a hit.
Cold Steel bites into the monkey and causes 6 points of damage.
You ram your longsword all the way up to the hilt into its chest.
Proper Lord of the Rings style.
It even buries into the ground behind it as this thing just momentarily grabs the sword, its tongue arching outwards, and then it just falls limp. Goodbye, cruel world, now that Shadia has done all the work.
And I high five Quinn. Just, yeah.
High
Is that
five
bonus
back.
item?
Make
Bonus
your
action.
goddamn dream work. Oosh.
Elias.
Elias is gonna dart this one, I think. Again, so we will go with some more magic missiles. Take that. And that. And that. For 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Yeah, you like a sniper take aim and shoot your magic darts as the Quattle has got him constricted. He's still kicking. And in fact, is that you done? Sorry.
Yep.
And in fact, he's going to point at the Quattle. Actually, no, he's going to do his wisdom saving throw first. As he's laughing, even while he's getting hit. I can't remember the DC now. Oof, that's a 20.
That might be enough.
As he immediately stops laughing, and Psychic crushes Eku. She's going to roll a DC saving throw. And effortlessly pass it. As she smiles and hisses at it while she's holding it. Brutus.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep gnawing.
Oh shit!
on this.
I keep forgetting it's his turn. Sorry.
Right.
He's gonna bite and claw at you. Classic. Although this time he's gonna miss with his bite, and then he's gonna try and jump on your back and use all 4 of his claws. And miss.
Miss.
Magical. Brutus.
Gonna bite
He's
back.
not on your back because he's missed. You shake him off.
There's a lot of teeth in this,
Shake him off. Shake him
this
off.
duel, isn't there?
Yep.
Is that a hit? I don't
That's a
understand.
miss. That's a miss.
D4.
I remember this time. 15.
Okay, now, okay. Goodbye, cruel world. As you bite into this one as well, and you literally bite its head off because it's considerably smaller than you. And you ragdoll him and kind of throw its head with a bit of its spine across the side.
How far can I move? 35.
You've got 50 feet movement
All right, Bill.
as a hyena.
Enough.
As this giant hyena runs across the battlefield.
I'm gonna ragdoll listen. 15.
That's a hit. As you ragdoll this one. 15 points of damage. So you... Oops, why do I keep moving these dudes? You grab him from the Quattle's clutches and ragdoll that one as well until it comes apart and becomes limp. And that is the end of that fight. Oh, and 2 giant apes turn up. No, I'm just joking.
Wongo.
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 Yeah.
That could have gone bad very quickly.
Yep. These
yet-
Sioux monsters are horrific, and on my write-up, I actually didn't put as many as the write-up says. It says put 10 in. I'm like, nah.
Flip my neck.
I don't want to kill them completely.
10 would have been fine.
Yeah, I don't want to sound cocky, Pete, but we're
All right,
mostly-
okay. Some more come out of the tree line.
Okay. Just saying.
Yeah, please don't punish the rest of us for them.
I don't
Can,
punish.
can I inspect Umbongo's statue? Umwongo down in the Congo.
Wait, isn't it the drink?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, a nice sweet drink of Umwongo in Chult.
You take a look at this statue, and it is solid gold.
Oh,
It's made of solid gold. It's unmistakable. I mean, you scratch at the surface in case it's tin underneath, and it's very much gold.
wow,
Probably worth at least 200 gold pieces. This.
nice. I think I'll be taking that.
Do you think Shardia was holding it?
Have you took it with you?
Yeah, I've got the Wongo, Wango, Umbongo. I've got the Umbongo necklace with me as well.
Django.
Oh, I think I'm wearing the Umbongo, the Wango.
Yeah, you're
Wango.
Wango.
Wango. I wrote it down as Wango.
Can
You're,
I-
you're,
can
you're fully
I,
sponsored by Wongo.
Can I
Oh, yeah.
interject and have a look at that there statue, see if I can't see anything about it historically like?
I just give it to Blaine. I'm like,
I'll use my archaeological knowledge and see if there's anything specific special about the statue, other than it's made of pure gold.
Let's have a history check.
Alright. 7. I'm going to use my inspiration on that one. Because why not? Shit. I guess not. It's a gold statue. Woohoo! Hand it back.
It's a lovely statue. It's exquisitely carved.
It's beautiful.
I think I've got a picture of it. One sec.
Does our guide know anything about it?
We'll get to that in a second. This is what the... It's not exactly like this because it's the best I could find, but that's kind of what like Wongo looks like.
So look, a horny devil monkey. Cool.
On Wongo.
Yeah, so what are you doing, sorry?
Gonna hand it to the guide, see if she knows anything about it.
I mean, she's a floating snake right now.
Well,
but
obviously
she,
not now then.
she's a bit busy at the moment. No, she before you, she changes back to her original form, the Eku that you've all come to know and completely disregard usually.
Yeah.
She's looking quite sheepish. She says, Wongo, he is a, how do you say, a deity of Chult. It's said that Wongo was a Sioux monster that was worshipped as one of the trickster gods of Omu, but that's not seen one of these for a long time.
Impressive. But I have to say, you make a very pretty snake.
She blushes.
I'll hand the statue back to Quinn. Thank you very much.
oh ho ho. It went very Elvis for a minute.
Don't take the piss now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I mean, just looking at the statue and looking at the necklace, is the necklace just got Wongo inscribed into it?
Yeah, but it's written in common.
Oh. I'll give the statue to Elias, and and Quinn's gonna go puff his chest out and go, I'm gonna keep this necklace. Looks good on me. Hello?
Is Craig on mute?
Think he might have done.
Yeah, I was sorry. My bad.
I've given
Yeah,
you the.
You can keep the necklace. You can keep the statue. Really, I just wanted to make sure that we as a party took it. I think it's some value, and we need a bit of money.
Yeah, then I'll keep a hold of them both.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like pilfer it for myself.
Just shove it in the backpack. Another thing to hack when we get back to market.
Every little helps.
Okay.
Can I have a look at the, I suppose, pile of bones that was the skeleton?
Yeah, he's got tattered clothes and a fairly good condition rucksack, which is full with rations, fresh rations, about 9 days worth.
We're keeping that, and then I'll dig a little hole and, bury the bones in there and say a little monthly prayer, and off we. Yeah, that's me done.
A monthly prayer.
Yeah.
Never heard one of those before.
They eat once a month.
Yes.
My monthly prayer. Anyway,
I do I do my monthly prayer, and then I yeah, and then I'm good.
All right. You pray to the gods. I'm not quite sure which one your religion is.
Ubtao.
Obtao, you pray to
Obtao.
Obtao. And yeah, there's no answer. Obtao will be right back.
Oh.
After these messages.
I'm gonna say, is there an answer for machine gun on?
All right. What are we doing?
Heading on to Oralunga, I think.
Or longer for the win, Jules.
I need to have a bit of a. I could do with a bit of a rest at some point, though.
Could you?
Go check
Could
out this
do,
cave.
yeah.
You want to check
Alright.
out the cave?
I know you just spawned this map in, but I know you've got a cave map from the hill. Because we were going to check it last time you used this, and then we got chased off by a couple of bloody gorillas.
All right. Are you going to go up to that cave?
Don't put it like that. Put me off.
How am I supposed to put it? You said you want to look to the cave, so off you go.
Right then. It will be.
Okay,
Oh.
so you stick your head in the cave, and the smell of guano is overwhelming, as this cave was clearly used by these Sioux monsters to live in. Strangely, it's guano, even though they're not really bats. But other than that,
They
there's
are like
not
some
much
sort
else.
of weird bat-chimp hybrid, though, aren't they? Looking at them, they're
Yes.
very odd-looking things.
Yeah, no worries. Probably won't go in then.
I mean, it's not a particularly deep cave, but it was home to these creatures. What else would you like to do?
Should we go find somewhere to make camp? Not surrounded by Sioux monster corpses?
Yeah, wandering ogre zombies. Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
You do a monthly
got rations?
plan. We do.
Okay, so it's getting quite late now in the day. Sorry, did you say you continue to walk through the jungle?
No, we're gonna find somewhere to camp down away from the dead monkey corpses and the batshit cave.
Okay. I'm just gonna set this to private and roll my d20. Roll my d20, and yeah, the night passes without incident. As you all sit around the campfire.
If we're having a short rest, I'm going to cast Song of Rest, which isn't a cast really. I just play a nice little song on my lute.
What does the song sound like?
It's just a slow, quiet little, nothing too energetic.
A ditty.
A ditty, some little sad hustling. Anyone gets an extra 1d6 hit points if you're injured. I'm looking at you, Queen. Queen.
1d6.
1d6.
I'll have it. Oh,
Oh, don't take the piss now.
I can't.
I'm not Elvis, goddammit.
Thank
Thank you very much. I'll take those temporary hit points. Are we having a long rest or a short rest?
I don't know. Is it a short rest or a long rest?
How late is it, Peter?
Peter.
It's the usual loudness.
Lateness.
Lateness.
Loudness.
Lateness.
Wait, so what was the question again?
What's the time,
What's
Mr. Wolf?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
I thought you said how loud is it?
No.
I mean, it's the night passes without incident, so it's next morning.
Oh.
So is it a long rest or?
Short rest, and unless you want to try for a long rest, is that what you're doing?
No, short rest.
Take a short
I
rest.
mean,
You take a short rest. You're not far from it now.
Blank.
Bleh.
She's back.
So the next morning, gonna need a DC
Survival check.
not DC, sorry, a survival check.
DC 5. Good
Oh,
choice.
Well, that's interesting.
That is just a pass.
Are we having decent rest?
Short rest.
Okay. That's gonna do a lot.
Can I have your D4?
Oh, right. Beg pardon.
Let you off.
Oh.
Wow. Full whack. Bring.
What does Arcane Recovery do? Once per day when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover up to a combined level of +2. Okay.
You do what, sorry?
I need to read that properly. Bear with me.
Looks like we're near Orlonga though.
Yep. Just waiting for Craig to finish reading.
Oh, don't worry, I'll read this. Carry on with your bit.
Okay. As you approach Orolunga, so the tall grey stone ziggurat thrusts 10 stories vertically up out of the jungle, clearing the canopy and making a good-sized sky hole above. It's the largest stone structure you've seen in the jungle, and it is impressive, first in its size and then in its complexity of detail. Carved into every vertical face of each of the 5 steps are elaborate scenes of typical jungle life, and the more you look, the more you see. Rivers wind their way through the jungle, behind which Actually, I'm just going to pause there for a sec. I just need you all to make sure that from this point onwards you're making notes. I want you to pass this. I don't want you to fail it. So just...
My pen's at the ready.
Alright. So, carved into each vertical face of each of the 5 steps are elaborate scenes of typical jungle life, and the more you look, the more you see. Oh, I've dropped my beer. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Never mind. That's a problem for future me. Rivers wind the way through jungle, behind which mountains and mesas soar above. Monkeys steal fruit from villagers. Cranes fly overhead marshes that are filled with frogs that are themselves above pools teeming with tadpoles. Hard to see forked-tongued snakes appear behind foliage that become the wings of giant coatls. And yet more. Behind all of this overwrought story telling of Chultan jungle life in stone is a deeply grooved maze. Its passageways only slightly wider than a finger, connecting the 4 huge 20-foot tall steps, is a nearly vertical stone staircase with regular human-sized steps that delivers its travelers to the top of the ziggurat, where the top of the tall square building can just be... At the top of the tall square building can just be seen from your low viewing angle. The structure's singular feature is a large unobstructed archway, probably 50 foot tall, 10 foot wide itself. And despite the local the lighting conditions yawns with an inky blackness inside. Off to the left, a little ways, a thin trail of white smoke winds its way up to the sky, occasionally becoming entangled with fern fronds and tendrils of its ascent. Following the white trail against the verdant green, ever downwards, you see a small camouflaged yurt, that is a hut, to the side of the ziggurat. It is barely visible in the shadows of giant palm leaves, but squinting you make it out to be made of armored dinosaur hides with bony knobs and a protective arrangement of large, long spikes at its base. There is also A heady scent of patchouli, which seems to waft from the structure, and you can hear the humming of someone inside. If he could be playing Bob Marley music right now, he would be. What do you do?
So just going back over that, there's rivers, mountain, monkey, cranes, frogs, and snakes with quattles behind them.
The snakes are the quattles.
Oh, the snakes are the quattles.
Balls. And Peter spill his
Oh
beans.
no,
Gotta be.
I didn't write that. I didn't.
Did you not? Oh, you're gonna fail now.
Listen,
what
I'm
do you
not the
do?
one who spelled it. We're back in the sec. My cat continues to be an asshole.
Good old cats.
The maze that's like a finger wide. Is that like carved into the one of the pillars? Did you say?
Say that again, sorry.
You said something about a maze with the.
Yes.
I know you mentioned as well, like, take notes, but you spewed out so much information so quickly.
Don't
that
worry.
I'm like, okay.
The maze looks like Ubtal's maze. Do you remember the round one?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's carved into the pillar.
That's carved into, yeah.
Just over a finger wide.
Yeah. You can trace your finger through it.
In
Off to the
4
side is
quadrants.
And off to the side is a yurt.
Yurt,
Yurt.
where there's a bit of Marley banging out. We be jamming.
Yeah.
Log jamming.
Back.
Hello.
Bloody cats.
They're arseholes. Didn't anyone
Yeah,
tell
they
you?
are. Yeah. Oh. Got something new.
Brutus is going to run his finger through the maze.
Okay. Are you tracing the whole maze out?
Yeah, just to sort of
Right. Let's have an intelligence check.
remember it a little bit as well.
Intelligence check. Your finger gets lost in the maze.
My finger. No. Could I, with I think I've got some white paper. Could I trace the maze?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you spend a couple of minutes doing that. What's everybody else doing?
Watching Brutus finger a mage.
A mage?
Wait, what?
Mage.
Sorry, maze. My tongue tripped up on my mouth.
I mean, I think Elias is probably gonna go to the yurt and speak to give his best. Wagwan, Sergeant Bassa. What you say, Rastafari?
That's racist. We're gonna get
If he
demonetized
comes
now.
out.
Oh, that's 3 strikes from YouTube.
Fuck's sake. We're never gonna make millions.
No, what a shame. I mean, we were on the cusp. We were on the cusp, guys.
High rollers, nowhere. Yeah, just offer support for Brutus and see what happens when his finger gets chopped off.
I mean, I'm
It
not
didn't get chopped off,
fingering
it just
no
got lost.
mages. But jokes aside, I'm actually just gonna go to the yurt and see who's there.
All right. You poke your head inside. You see a turtle, just kind of laid back, smoking.
Is it Meg?
The reefer.
The reefer.
Hmm.
And it's
Is
just
it actually him?
no,
No.
no, it's not.
That's where Yim's been getting high.
Could be Yim's next job though. And you just catch him as he's blowing little circles with the smoke.
Elias just kind of steps in like, hi.
He looks at you and he says, Hey, man. How you doing?
Says I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
What brings you here?
Can't even remember. Why did we come here? So we came to see Sergeant Bassa, didn't we?
Continues blowing circles.
Because weren't we told Sergeant Bassa would know where the heart of Up Tower is, which is part of the other thing we were looking for. I think. Or am I just in shit up?
He puts his spliff down, and he just casually walks up to you, and puts his hands on your cheeks, and he looks deep into your eyes, and he says, "You can, like, go up there to the chamber, but Sajan Baza isn't there, man. He's in some place near there, but not there. It's like he's on the leaf you're holding, but not on the side you're looking at. You know what I mean?" And he lets go of your cheeks, and then he picks up his spliff and he just carries on puffing.
Elias looks really confused and is just like, heavy.
He says, "Totally. You need to get to the.
So,
You need to
who
get.
is this guy? Is he going to introduce himself? Do I
Alright.
have to ask him?
You can.
And so who? Because I expected him to be Sergeant Bassa. So who are you?
It says, no, man, I'm not." And it does like this weird chuckle for quite a while. It's like, "I'm not Saja."
Like the classic. Ha, ha, ha.
He says, "My name's Sun on Water, but my friends call me Sunny. You can call me Sunny."
Hi,
And he takes
Sonny.
another puff.
Nice to meet you.
He says, "Nice to meet you too, Elias."
He knows my name.
How do y'all know his name?
We know all your names.
How?
Blaine?
Sorry.
What's really gonna bake your noodle later on is how I knew you were even coming.
Bake your
So-
noodle.
So listen,
I wouldn't bake
You-
a noodle.
you need to get, and he puts like his hand out flat, and he turns it over and he says, "You need to get to the underside of the leaf, man. And there's only one way to do that."
Go under.
And he holds his spliff up and like gestures around the room.
Twin goes for it immediately.
Okay. But you're just gonna have you're gonna have a drag.
I have a deep puff.
Okay. He hands it to you and is like, just as you're about to stop, he's like, "No, a bit more. And you're high as a kite right now. And he takes another drag, and he says, I'll be right there, man. I'm like your spirit guide or something, you know? I want you to see the Sajat and Baza for yourself, but this must be earned. Ubtao has decreed it such. Succeed or fail, you can only try once in your life. Such is the gift of truth, man. It's beautiful."
Just lying on the floor giggling. Like, "Yee."
So what you wanna do, man? You wanna come on a trip with me?
I'll take the hit.
Oh no, this is just for funsies. We're gonna need some stuff for the real, for the trip. Do you know what I mean? His eyes are like squinty and a bit red.
I know the feeling.
What's Brutus doing in all this? Is he
Uh,
on mute?
no. I was sort of listening really to. Did miss a bit of it because I was talking to her and she's gone to bed.
Are you looking around the room?
Yeah.
Brutus, you spot, like on the side there on the table, you spot a tablet. I don't mean an iPad. I mean you spot a tablet,
Go on, tablet.
and it's got sec on it.
We're in the year now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On it is this. You see it?
Yeah.
So on it is a bunch of symbols. A bunch of numbers and some names. So he says, "Are you like ready for your spirit journey, or?"
I reckon so. I.
Well, I'll be needing like 4 ingredients, all of which Ubtao has made available in the surrounding jungle if you don't have it already. It won't be too long to ferment. You bring me what I need before Nosha, and he points to the sky. He says, I'll leave it to ferment for the afternoon. We can journey together before sunset. And he takes another deep drag.
The ingredients.
Sorry?
What are the ingredients?
You got a pen ready?
Yep.
He says, 1 Ryath root. 4 Yachcha beetles. 7 Menga leaves. 9 cinderberries. That's it.
Cinderberries.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderberries. I've got 9. I've got more than enough.
Nice.
So I'll put a tick next to that one.
Didn't you pick up some Ryath roots as well?
I think Craig might have.
So, might have what? Sorry.
Ryath root.
Well, I remember us coming across it, but did we actually pick some up? Because I think the Brontosaurus-looking things were eating them, weren't they?
You
If I
did
remember
manage to
rightly.
salvage some though, didn't you? I'm
Yeah.
sure you did.
Yeah, we did.
Let me see. Let me roll a thing. Oof, okay. Eku, Eku kind of taps you on the shoulder, Brutus, and as you turn around, she kind of shoves some dried up beetles and some leaves into your hand,
Oh,
and
won't be,
she says, "These are for emergencies."
won't be 4 Yacha beetles and 7 manga leaves in with that lot.
It's just that it's the whole bunch. There's like 10 of each.
Oh, cool. So I think we've got everything then. So I give the stoner.
He looks at them, Sonny. He looks at them and he says, "Oh, just like that." And he sticks them all in this pot in the middle of the room, sets a little fire going underneath him, and just kind of wafts a bit. And he says, "Won't be too long now."
That's brilliant. I've never seen it like this. So, how long do they ferment for?
"Oh, it'll just be an hour or so." He says, "This drink will allow you to travel where. This drink will allow you to travel to where and when Saja and Baza is. We'll share from the same cup, and so all those that do can see and talk amongst each other, but you cannot help one another. For in Ubtau's maze, life's path is a single unbroken line. Cool? What'd y'all do?
Finn's gonna get up and where was Brutus tracing the? Was it a door or something?
There's a pillar outside the ziggurat.
I'm gonna stone. How do you put it? Stonily walk towards the pillar and just sort of like, what was he looking at? Yes.
It's the maze, like finger width.
So you can stick your finger in it. I missed this while I was dealing with my asshole cat.
It's a maze that's carved into stone that you can literally just put your finger against it and trace it and see. You know, like when you go to, I mean, you probably don't do, but people with kids go to McDonald's and they give them those little things to draw on, and some of them have mazes, and you kind of trace the route of the maze. It's like that, but with a finger instead of a crayon.
Just to the group, did anybody finish the maze, or did they just do a sketching of it?
No, just did a sketching of it.
I'm gonna stick my finger in and try finish the maze.
Intelligence check, please.
Oh, the greatest.
Don't roll a 1. Or do. It's up to you.
While it's happening, Brutus is just going to study this maze. Not try and do it, but just try and memorise it. Just thinking we're going to go.
Didn't you take a rubbing?
Oh, no.
Alright.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, a 10. You get lost about quarter of the way in, probably. Could be half the way in. You never know.
Yeah, my finger gets stuck and I just yank it out and go,
I think having seen Quinn do it, I might have a go myself.
Okay, you can all have a go if you want. I'm not gonna
Just
stop
for
you.
giggles.
Intelligence check.
Sure. Hang on. Oh no, this isn't going to go well.
oh, don't say that.
Oh, it was 19 and it bounced off again, you bastard. It was 10.
You're right. It doesn't go well. None of you are able to even get. You only get like in a couple of inches before you're completely lost on this really simple looking maze, really.
I guess the guards have rolled against us. Natch.
What we're doing?
Well, what are we doing?
Well, we're all stoned, so I imagine we're just eating some rations. Like, we've got the munchies at some point, surely.
Yep.
Wait for Mr. Tortle to sort of guide us on our trip. We have to go find the bits though, right?
No, we found the bits.
You found the bits.
Oh.
We had most of them, and then I think Eku kind of provided a few bits.
Who? In which case then, waiting for this shit to brew up.
One at a time. Can you shout out your wisdom score?
12.
You mean just the normal one?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, 50.
Oh, plus the modifier or just the straight score?
Give me your insight as well. I really should have done this before. Sorry.
My insight's
Your
plus 3.
My insight's plus 2.
2.
Plus 1 for me.
What's your wisdom, Blaine?
12.
12. And you're plus 1. Elias is
12 and plus 1.
12 plus 1.
And Quinn is 15 plus 2.
Yep, got that. And then Brutus?
16 plus 3.
Brutus is at the top.
Did you get that? Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Sorry. So Brutus goes to the top. Who wants to go after Quinn, Blaine or Elias?
Blaine?
Okay. Fine. So you kick it for a bit and some time passes. And there is a very distinctive smell coming from this yurt.
What kind of smell, Peter? Earthy?
It's extremely earthy. It's almost overpoweringly earthy. You've never smelt an earthier smell. Even when Brutus dug out a bit of that mountain so he could hide in it, it's even earthier than that.
Good lord.
Who's got inspiration?
Me.
Not I.
Okay. All right. So, right. So, are you all going into the yurt?
See what the smelly smell is.
Are you ready?
I
for
mean,
your
I'm gonna follow Eku's lead because this seems really a bit weird.
Eku is not going in.
Then I'm not going in.
She says, "This is probably more for you than me."
Is it safe?
Of course, it's safe. I wouldn't have brought you here if it isn't.
Fair enough. Okay, then I'll go.
Okay. Everybody else going? Or are you just going to check him
Yeah.
out?
Yep.
Alrighty.
We got win.
So inside Sun on Water's yurt is it's close in there. It's cramped. It's smoky and it reeks of herbs. Animal hides cover the floor. Bunches of herbs and dried fruits hang from the ceiling. Essentially the roof. The whole place is a dark jumble. But it's clear that this turtle lives an ascetic. It lives as an ascetic, with no earthly possessions. You all bundle in, and the first having to go the farthest in to allow the others to enter, because it is tight in here. Sun on Water waits by the entrance until you've all filed in, and he begs you to sit cross-legged upon the ground around the small cooking pot that is nicely bubbling away with all your ingredients. He pulls a cord, and the entrance is sealed by another flap of armored dinosaur hide. He says to you, "Listen, man, this trip is trippy. You're gonna feel funny, but you'll look the same as you do now, but none of your stuff works, if you know what I mean, man. Your weapons and your gear and your magic, and your mumbo jumbo. It's not gonna work. It's just you, the essence of you, man. Are you ready?"
Sure thing.
Yup.
Okay. He closes his eyes, and you all kind of follow his lead, and you close your eyes as the fumes begin to take effect. You feel a little lightheaded, but nothing too much. And you all hear a voice in your head. It says, "This is your path, man. This river, it is called Imwe. Follow it until you cannot follow it any longer. I will see you after you found your way to the top of the ziggurat." You find yourselves, you open your eyes and you find yourselves in a clearing in the jungle, which reveals a beautiful river, on the side of which is pristine, smooth surface of water-ebbed river sand. The sand wants you to leave a mark in it. suddenly, almost out of nowhere, you focus properly and you see these little creatures, these cute little creatures making sand angels and sand castles and burying themselves and giving themselves mermaid bodies as they play in the sand. And I'll show you a picture of them. Oops, spelled it wrong. Craig's gonna recognize them straight away because a horrible man. His NPC ate one.
I mean, I'm not horrible, man.
Edward
Indeed.
Scissorhands.
Almost. These things are about half a foot tall, if not smaller. Oh, that's a better picture actually. Hold on.
You can do it. Rip its fucking head off.
You'll
Are
see it.
these? Yeah. Are these unks or something?
These are chwingas. Spelled really funny. Chwinga.
Yeah, I had a really hard time pronouncing it as well, to be fair.
Chwingas. They're very small. They're shy elemental spirits that can be found in random places in Faerun, where nature remained relatively untouched by the trappings of civilization. So you see these little dudes just kicking it on the beach. Or rather on the sandy bank, not really a beach, technically.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Yes, you
I've
can.
lost my place. Yeah. So yeah, you see them like making little mermaid bodies and stuff. What do you do?
And make a sand angel. But I suppose in my case, I just lie down and imprint the wings in the sand.
You make a lovely sand angel, but nothing happens.
In that case, I'm gonna make a sandcastle and pluck one of my feathers and pop it in the top like you would a little flag.
Okay, it's lovely. I mean, some of the chwingas come over and they start playing in there, like waving the flag at each other. Woo!
Give them a couple more feathers so they can all have like little flags.
They're ecstatic. They hug you and they take the feathers and they're flapping them around, and one of them's kind of sticking close to you. What's everybody else doing?
Draw a frog in the sand.
You draw a frog in the sand, and one of the chwingas come over and like pokes little eyes in it, and does all the detail that you can't quite get to with your big sausage finger. But yeah, it's a lovely frog. What's Elias doing?
Carrying on, because in the words of our mate Sonny, he said, "Life is one singular path, start to finish." So I continue.
I mean, there's nowhere to continue to. It all gets a bit hazy as you walk away.
Okay.
And then you just find yourself back on the bank of the river.
Then I'll wait.
Okay, what's Blaine doing?
I'm going to see if my musical skills still exist in this weird. So I'm going to pull out my lute and start playing and see if I can make a tune happen.
The chwingas like waving their feathers around and dancing to the tune that you're playing.
Yeah, it's very stoner rock, very down, sort of.
Stoner rock.
Stoner rock,
All right.
slow, doomy.
Right. one of them just kind of drapes its hair over its head and just does a little mosh pit by itself.
Sounds good. I guess this still works in this part.
Can I have an insight from Elias since he's not really doing much? As you kind of, I'm assuming you're watching him frolic rather than.
Yeah, more than anything. You did say as well that the Sand wanted us to write something in it, which I was quite intrigued by.
What was that?
Space Lord Mother. 11.
You see one of the Chwingas come up to you, and he points at the sand, and he starts drawing lines in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it draws like 3 or 4 lines. Some of them parallel, some of them perpendicular. And then he just kind of points at it expectantly, like, go on.
Okay. I'll just put a dot in the sand.
He shakes his head. He draws some more lines.
I'll just copy what he does then.
Okay, it's in some places your lines are intersecting, and they're beginning to take shape. What kind of shape do you think it's taking?
Don't have a clue.
Is like the little Chwinga's like stamping his foot and like open palm pointing at the ground.
I'm stumped.
Okay, no worries. Let's have an insight check from Brutus. You see from a distance what's happening there, Brutus, and you realize that a maze is taking shape. What Elias is doing, but he's not quite, kind of scratching his beard and not quite getting it. But you get it. That's a maze that's coming to form.
Tori gets a better viewpoint.
That's true. That's true. From your vantage point, I don't know if you're on mute, Dylan, or you've left Discord. Is that you? Very quiet. Is your microphone on your head?
No, it's right in front of my face.
That is very quiet.
Yeah.
It literally sounds like it's on your back.
Right, let me do this.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's it. Did you swallow the mic? Good job, Dylan. Take one for
Yeah.
the team.
Pulled it back out. So I'm gonna help with the maze. Do I have the
Yes, you do.
thing got me up?
You're rubbing.
My rubbing. I'm
Yeah.
gonna copy from my rubbing and help complete it.
As you begin completing this maze, the closer you get to completing it, the more Chwingas like gather around and they're cheering you on like it's a race. And as you finish the final bit of the maze, it flashes bright for a moment, and then you look up as the rest of the jungle it opens up. And a line of its own volition became at the end of the maze begins drawing itself to a small gap in the jungle vegetation that towers over the narrow riverbank.
So do we head towards this maze entrance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are we all doing that? Hello?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll follow.
Okay. I'll have intelligence checks from everyone.
Not intelligence.
Pete knows our weakness.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
Well, I am a bird, so you get what you give.
19 for me.
that one for me.
8.
Brutus and Quinn, you see them disappear before your eyes as they wake up back in the yurt. So Elias and Blaine walk into this maze. You see Brutus and Quinn kind of walk into the maze and just kind of disappear from sight. But so you kind of walk in behind them looking for, but you don't see them anywhere. You quite easily navigate this maze now that you've seen it once. And as you come out at the other end of the maze, you come across a small 15-foot waterfall that is kind of it's dropping into what should be a lake. It's actually more of a small pond. The water is bracingly cold, as if from the tallest icy mountains, which is a nice relief from the hot, humid air. The chwingas are diving off the top of the waterfall into the water below playfully. The chwingas that followed you in from the maze are also like jumping into the water as well. What do you do? 15-foot waterfall in front of you.
I'm going to take the plunge.
Into the water?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's quite shallow and it is bracingly cold.
Okay.
Let's have an insight check from both of you.
Shit. 9.
Elias.
Sorry, I thought we were at the other end of the spectrum there. I thought we were talking to the people that didn't make the save. My bad. I'm so sorry. Oh, well, this is going well. What the chuff?
What's happened there?
That's weird.
Did you get a 1? I thought you got a 1.
Yeah, a 1 popped up on my screen, but then it said 12 on the actual roll and said that my roll was an 11. Wait, has it done it with advantage?
Yeah, it has.
Oh. 1 it is then.
Let's have a charisma check from Brutus and Quinn.
What check?
Charisma. Straight up charisma.
Teen.
Was I rolling a charisma check?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. That's wasted my intelligence. I am a bird. 15!
As you two wake up in the yurt, you see Sonny there. Is kind of like humming, like humming to himself, and he says to you, "Not quite yet, man." And he picks up well, just a big fan really, and he kind of wafts the fire, and you get a huge lungful of the smoke as you fall back asleep, and you're back next to this waterfall. Both of you.
Oh.
Let's have a insight from you two as well.
For me?
One sec.
Quinn?
7.
Dylan, you hear your spirit guide say to you, 1 becomes 2 becomes the journey. And your eyes, as soon as he says that, your eyes focus on a big rock that's right in front of you. Huge rock. What do you do?
Could I, well, say out loud, Imwe Bibiri? Does that do it?
You saying what?
Imwe Bibiri. Which is from
Uh,
tablet 1, 2.
when you say the word Imwe, and it comes out quite musical, from your voice. You even surprise yourself with how nice your voice sounds when you say Imwe. But then when you say Bibiri, it sounds like a bag of spanners falling down the stairs. It's just really cacophonous and horrible.
Let's say Imwe Imwe.
They both the first one sounds again nice, but the second one does not. And I really hope you're not going to go through the whole 10.
No. No, just trying the Fed, comes to the journey. Does everyone else?
Quinn. No, unfortunately, you're the only one that hears this. There's a 15-foot waterfall in front of you, and as soon as you heard one becomes two becomes the journey, your eyes, for some reason, instantly focus on this massive rock in front of you. Looks loose. In fact, it's the rock that the Chwingas are jumping off into the water.
So could I? So this rock's at the top of the waterfall.
No, the bottom, in front of you.
Are we at the bottom of the waterfall?
Yeah.
Right. So could I stand on? Are we trying to get up the waterfall? Is that the direction we're trying to go?
I don't know.
So I stand on top of the rock. Say Imwe, and jump.
You jump into some bracingly cold water.
Not as much. The rock's loose. Can I try and push the rock?
Yeah. You try to push the rock, and it's you almost fall over because it's so easy to move.
All right. So could I pick up the rock? Is it quite light?
You pick the rock up.
But
It's almost as if it's made of styrofoam, but it's blatantly a rock. It's very, very light. You hoist it over your head, and all the Chwingas like look at you like, wow.
Was there anything under the rock?
Nope.
Could I try and make a little hole in the rock? See if it's hollow.
I mean, you tap it, and it's like tapping a rock. There's no reverberation or anything.
Right.
It's completely dry underneath the rock.
Is there anywhere along the? I presume it's like a cliff going along top.
I mean, you strain your neck to see where the source of the waterfall, because it's 15 foot, and you try and look behind it, and you see you can see the source of the fall comes from the eyes of a giant stone head sculpted into the side of a mountain, but when you try and focus on it, you realize that these waterfalls, the source rather, are impossibly far away. And they all seem to coalesce into a single little 15-foot waterfall.
Weird. If I stand on the rock, can I
But while you're holding it,
not put it down? Put it down near the base of the cliff, well, the 15-foot drop. Can I reach up to climb up?
I mean, yeah, you climb up. There's no new information here. It's the same site of these this giant stone head with waterfalls that thunder out the eyes into a cloud bank of mist and spray. But it's so far away. It would take you. It almost feels like it would take you weeks to get there.
Yeah, I'm stuck. One becomes two, becomes a journey.
Referring to the how the rivers all meet,
Mm-hmm.
and that if one becomes two, so we have to go into one of the rivers. Comes to.
Let's have. Ooh, let's have an insight check from Blaine.
Alright. Inside. There's my time to shine. Oh, fuck. 5.
You hear a horrific voice in your head. It's almost growling at you. It says, "Oh, look, the great Ubtao weeps for his children. Don't concern yourself with his tears. The path lies within his grief." And just then the Chwingas stop and they all look at you for a moment. And then they carry on frolicking and playing.
I assume no one else heard this.
That was for your brain only.
Was it malevolent voice or was it just a?
Yep.
Oh. Hmm.
Anyone else? Elias?
Shit, I was on mute again. I mean, I've not heard this, right? So I'm a bit.
No, I mean, from what you can see, you've got Brutus picking up this rock effortlessly, standing in front of a 15-foot waterfall. What do you think?
Oh, I have it if nobody else wants to.
Go for it.
Use the rock to plug the opening where the water's coming out.
Well, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You head over to the waterfall, and you plug the hole, or rather the source, where the water's flowing from, and the rock does a great job at doing this. And behind the waterfall, you see a cave. When the water kind of when you plug the hole and the water kind of splits into two, so it's like spraying out one side and the other. And between the two little smaller waterfalls, you see a cave.
In the cave.
Huh?
In the cave we go, then. Is it?
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
Yeah. In the cave.
So you walk through. So the cave. The cave is lightless, but up ahead, there is a cleft in the rock where daylight from the other side pours in.
Follow the
Question.
light. Sorry, go on, Chad.
I was gonna say, is a cleft? When you say cleft, is it like a big split, or is it a?
Mhm.
Oh right. Sorry, Dylan. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say follow the light. Just carry on.
Everyone else doing the same?
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
through
I'll
the
follow
cleft.
these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. You exit the cave at the other side. You climb through the cleft, and you see that the two rivers have joined into one lake, but the currents still indicate them as separate flows. In the center of the lake is a very small rocky island, and you all blink, and suddenly you're standing on the rocky shore, having instantly traveled several hundred feet. It's dreamlike and not altogether unexpected, since you are tripping balls. In the middle of this small rocky island, with water gurgling on either side, is a very tall, healthy, living palm tree. The palm tree has just one inhabitant. A snake as black as night wraps around it, but head down, resting on the ball of the palm tree. At the base of the tree, set into the small river pebbles, is a stone ball. The other end of the snake holds a curved blade in its tail. What do you do?
Read any of these numbers out. Will they? Do any of the numbers make a sound with the ball? With the stone?
Which numbers, sorry?
I don't want to read them all out. I'll probably go for two first.
Are you just
The
going to read?
nearest-
You mean you're reading all the numbers out in one go?
Yeah, I'll read out the numbers out, see if any of them.
Okay. The only pleasant sounding ones are Imwe, Bine, and Karindwi. The rest of them are cacophonous.
So 1, 4, and 7.
Yeah. So does the sound come from the rock?
No, it's as you speak the words, as you speak the words of the numbers, like the names of the numbers.
Right.
So
There's
there's a
snake.
palm tree, on a small rocky island. Wrapped around the palm tree is a black snake. Head down, resting on the ball of the palm tree. The base of the tree, set into the small river pebbles, is a stone ball. The other end of the snake holds a curved blade in its tail. Let's have insight checks from everyone again. Elias. You hear the spirit guide. You hear Sonny say, "Let two rivers become one again, man, and one tree become two."
Okay, can I try and take the sword and split the tree?
The dagger.
Yeah. I thought it was a sword, sorry.
It's a curved blade. As you reach for the blade from this massive black snake, it stabs you in the hand, and you begin
Great.
bleeding.
Prick.
You're bleeding a lot.
Oh, I might die then.
Can I cure wounds on him?
Your magic is no good here.
Can I
Can
piss
I-
it better?
Get the magic sponge out. Get a corn of chips, you'll be eating.
Can I use some of my feathers to blot his wound?
Oh, blood feathers. How symbolic.
Your feathers become soaked in blood. The more Elias bleeds, the fainter he begins to become. He's bleeding all over the floor.
Can I rip off some kind of cloth or something and try and bind the wounds?
Yeah, you rip off some cloth.
Describe the scene again to me, Peter.
You're pissing blood, mate.
Yeah, but not that bit, but the actual.
All right. The
tree
two
in the
rivers, the two rivers are joined into a lake, but their currents still indicate them as separate flows. In the center of this lake is a very small rocky. Do you remember I said the rivers where they were flowing from the eyes of a face carved into a mountain far away?
Mm-hmm.
In the center of the lake is a very small rocky island, and you're suddenly standing on the rocky shore. In the middle of this small rocky island, with water gurgling on either side, is a very tall, healthy, living palm tree. Palm tree has one inhabitant, a snake as black as night, wraps around it, but head down, resting on the ball of the palm tree. There at the base of the tree, set into the small river pebbles, is a stone bowl. The other end of the snake holds a curved blade in its tail.
Did you say bowl or ball?
B-O-W-L, bowl.
Alright.
Oh, I thought you said a ball.
Yeah, so did I, you northern
I'm gonna
monkey.
fill the bowl with my blood.
Fill it.
I have no fucking clue what it's gonna do, but let's. It
Uh,
makes sense.
Let's have a charisma check.
From me? Okay, Pete, no worries.
No, from
Oh.
Elias.
5.
5. Good.
Mm.
You hear a horrific voice in your head. It says, "Finally, this is more like it. Of course, I'm exceedingly flattered to even be considered in a trial to appease his sense of importance. The bowl needs fresh blood. How much do you love?" And he points at Quinn. "How much do you love Quinn? Would you bleed for her?"
If I must.
What are you doing? Are you bleeding every drop into the bowl?
Yeah.
You continue bleeding into the bowl, and everybody else sees Elias's spirit becoming fainter and fainter as he begins to bleed profusely.
I'm gonna do the old first aider and lift his arm up away and like try to, cut off the blood flow.
As you go to grab him and support him, Elias disappears. Elias, emerging from a small pool of blood on a similar rocky shoreline, in pain and groggy, you see a large snake coil up under you, supporting you, and running its forked tongue all over your face. In the dead
Great.
of night, with no stars, the scene is barely lit, and then a cyan glow appears. It's coming from the mouth of an enormously large black snake. Its scales scintillate and tinkle, as if stars, as if they're stars. You hear the voice say, "Your heart has sought an audience with me. Why?"
don't really know what to say to him.
Let's have an intelligence check.
Okay. Ten.
From you instantly recall back to the book, The Gods of Faerun. You immediately recognize this snake.
Dendar the Night Serpent, isn't
It is Dendar the Night Serpent.
Hmm. What does Dendar want with me?
What do you want with Dendar?
Well, I want to know how to find Mesro.
Is that
Beyond-
the only? He asks you, is that the only reason?
Beyond that, I've got nothing to do with Dendar in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. He says, I'll give you this one for free then. Seek out Raznisi. Kill him. And you shall have Mesro. And in a flash of light, you wake up in the yurt. Let's have a charisma check.
Okay. Ten.
Right. You wake up suddenly in the yurt, but the fumes overtake you, and you lie back down and fall asleep. And you appear back on the rocky shore with the rest of the party just as a bolt of lightning strikes down the offering ball and it splits the tree halfway up to it into three. Just as this happens, Elias, you take 13 psychic damage as the tree splits. Right, so the tree and each branch that was once vertical is now dizzyingly adjusted to be horizontal, stretching to the horizon. The lush living tree with bark, moss, and fungi is now a dead white tree, stark against the roiling, angry skies above and the restful calm of the deep green jungle below. You all stand on the horizontal trunk now of this tree, which now serves more as a pathway ahead. At the intersection where the wide trunk meets the three branches, you see a gathering of Chwinga looking anxiously down each branch as if fearing what happens. Some of them see you and can't help but chuckle at your concern. It seems this could all be part of some elaborate performance you don't quite understand. So, in front of you, you're standing on the tree horizontally. There is a left branch, a middle branch, and a right branch. Let's have insight checks from everyone. Is Elias still standing, I assume?
Yeah, he's not dead.
No.
Yet.
Brutus, Elias, and where's Blaine? Is he fallen asleep?
So I was having a wee.
Oh.
We've not actually had a break this evening, so
I apologise.
no worries. Give me 2 sickles. Or 2 tickles, 2 seconds, whatever you like to call them. Insight, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Cheeky. Alright. Insight. The suspense. It's killing me.
It's killing me as well.
Oh. Brilliant. Fuck that up.
Brilliant. Brutus and Elias. First of all, Brutus and Elias. You hear the spirit guide say, "One is of man, one is of Dendar, and one is of Ubtao. The latter being where Sarjan Baza resides, man. But how to tell the difference?" And Elias, you feel one of the Chwingas tugging on your leg
A
pantaloon.
leg pant. Okay.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm not really sure.
3 branches, do they all look stable? Do they lead off different areas? Or
Mm-hmm. You can't see the end of where they lead to, but yeah,
no.
they all go in different directions.
Are they all identical?
Investigation check.
Okay. What if I mean, I'm thinking that the 3 lines it says it's the ender, doesn't it? Maybe that will reveal something.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation. See what I get. 19.
Nice. The bark of the tree is in a circular maze.
I mean, that would be the one for Uptow, in my opinion. Then.
Which one has the circular maze in the bark?
It's oh god, where is it? It stops before the branches split. So
Okay.
the bark that you're standing on.
Quinn's gonna sit down where the maze pattern stops and is just gonna quickly meditate for about 5 minutes to think about like try get a feel for like which way might be the correct one to Ubtao.
Okay. I'll have a wisdom check, and in the meantime, this Chwinga is incessantly tugging on your pantaloon, Elias.
I mean, you guess I'll follow the Chingua thing.
You look down at the Chwinga, and it's pointing behind you.
Okay, then I'll go where it says.
So Quinn, you can't quite remember which way the maze goes, but as Elias turns, you see back down the trunk behind you the cave that you came from, and there's a light coming from it. It's coming from inside the cave now.
Yeah, that makes sense because if the maze ends and it just turns, yeah, because mazes go in roundabouts, don't they? So I'll head back towards the cave with the light.
Okay. So you and Elias go towards the cave with the light. What are the other two doing?
I'm going to take the middle branch.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow up middle branch.
All right.
That's right.
Okay, you take the middle branch. Brutus and Blaine, you wake up gently in the yurt. Elias and Quinn, you walk into. Are you going into the cave? Did you say?
Yeah, where the light's coming from.
Okay. You walk into the cave, and as you walk in, you find yourselves outside, at the top of the ziggurat, which was the entrance that you saw at the beginning. And Sun on Water is waiting there, and he says, "Well done, seekers of truth. Saja and Baza will be pleased with your travails. As Ubtao teaches, nothing is worth having unless there is difficulty in achieving it. I'll be in my home waiting for you to wake up. Those that didn't make it are probably just waking up now. I've got something for the mean hangover you're all going to have. See you. And he
Peace.
just pops. Just turns into smoke. Classic. Classic Sonny. Just as that happens, a huge a huge green scaled serpent exits from the doorway you've all just come through. It says, I am Saja and Baza. What do you seek in this ancient place? Speak truly, for I hear your hearts. And his eyes seem to focus particularly on you, Elias.
He says, I seek the great city of Mesro.
And you? And he looks to Quinn.
Stops and thinks about it because hasn't really thought of what he wants and goes, "Oh, how do I restore? I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. Ohm?
Restore what, sorry?
Oh, I have it written down. Ohm. It's OUM.
Omu. OMU.
Omu. That's it. Omu. Yeah.
Okay. This is the tricky bit. Give me a sec. Oh, god damn it. No pressure. Saja looks at you both and considers you for a moment, and he says, well, it seems that you are both in good company, for you seek the same thing. He says, how much do you know about Raznisi?
Elias says, very little.
He looks you up and down and he says, you, Elias, are a learned man. And you, Quinn, are more spiritual. Correct?
Really?
He says, Raznisi was once a Chultan Bare. Your people know them as paladins. A chosen of Ubtao and sworn protector of the city of Mesro. But he betrayed his oaths and was banished from the city, becoming a vengeful warlord. Raznisi attempted to conquer Mesro with an undead army, but was defeated. His army carried the symbol of Raznisi, the blue triangle. Rather than seek redemption, he sought revenge and was stripped of his god-given powers. The undead horde, no longer under his control, spread through the jungles of Chult. And that is why it is what you see today. Withdrawing to Omu, Raznisi clung to his noble title, joining forces with the Yuan Ti living there. He pauses for a moment and he says, Raznisi is not anything like what he used to be. He is a twisted serpentine monstrosity of what he once was. And he is the reason Mesro is nowhere to be found. He is the reason Omu is as it is today. You can restore Mesro back to this, what shall we call it? mage, and he looks at you. Timeline? I think that's a good word. You can
Okay.
restore Mesro back to this timeline, and you can restore Omu back to something resembling what it used to be if you defeat Raznisi.
Says, well, then that shall be my goal.
Be careful, learned one. Your road is a difficult road, particularly. It would seem, and you already know this, that you have caught the eye of Dendar.
Hmm.
Dendar is like the mud on your shoes. You must do whatever you can to rid him of yourself, or he will consume you. He will try to groom you with powers that you had not imagined, but ultimately sees you as his pawn.
Says, duly noted. Says, I am no pawn of the great night serpent.
That is indeed putting my mind at rest. Have you got anything else you'd like to say to him?
I feel like there should be more, but my brain's drawing a blank, to be honest.
Yeah. Quinn asks, what goes better on toast, honey or butter?
Solid question.
He laughs with glee. He says, "Aye, you wonderful Aarakocra. Of course, it is both."
Quinn like snaps his fingers. Oh, I didn't think of that.
He says, "Listen to me. Seek out your old masters at Kirsabal. They will help you on your journey. I have given you the answers you have sought. The rest is up to you." And he disappears into the entrance to the ziggurat. And you kind of you look at each other like and just like that, in a flash, you wake up back in the yurt, as you're all beginning to sit up at the same time, as if you all woke up at the same time.
They all have really bad like cotton mouth.
It's awful. It's just awful. All you want to do right now is eat and drink. Luckily, Sonny has prepared a cracking hangover cure. As he hands you all a drink of varying colors. It's like a little rainbow in a glass.
Knock it back like a shot.
You get like the whole palette of flavors of all the various different fruits. Some sweet, some sour, some tart, and yeah, you begin to feel better already. Sonny goes back to smoking his spliff, and he says, "Just you can see yourself out, man."
Okay.
Away at the tent.
We will take our leave then, I suppose.
All right. You exit the tent, and you kind of you close the little cloth door behind you, and you look to the ziggurat, only to find it is gone. And you spin around to ask Sonny where the hell the ziggurat went, and the yurt is gone. It's just a clearing. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Mm.
Oh, good that.
session up.